like a phoenix, you burst into fire, burn, the thirst and desire. You transform right up in a flash, you spread your wings to rise from the ashes.
Yo, what's going on, everybody? Welcome back to the channel, you guys. I'm recording this on New Year's Eve. I think this episode's probably going to come out, like the next week, I think. So it'll probably be like second week of January when this episode comes out. But real quick, guys, I added a couple more things to the setup. Got a couple cool things for Christmas I wanted to show out. Y'all can see the shelf I got back here going on here, man. So I got my new cleats. These are the new cleats I'm going to rock next year when I play football, man. They're the Lemon Lime by Adidas. And then obviously I got that Pain figurine up top, man. Super sick Pain figure. And then down there I added my Pain and my Rengoku that I had. I had them in my PC, but I decided to move them over the shelf. And then my little brother got me a Sukuna pop as well. So I just added that. I also ordered 5 of these like little light boxes. They're like little boxes like that big, I think. I got them off Instagram. I was just seeing something, but they're like glow and stuff like that. So I got a couple of those. Like I got Levi, Rengoku, Gojo, Pain, and who was the other one? I don't remember who the other one was, but I got 5 of those. So I might probably add those back there. So it'll change up a little bit. And then obviously right here, you can see I got this for Christmas. It's Rengoku sword from Demon Slayer. So hell yeah, man. So we added a couple cool things to the setup, guys. Change it up a little bit back there. I like it, man. We're adding a little bit more style, you know what I'm saying? A little more extraness going on back there versus just kind of being plain and whatnot. So, but anyways, guys, we're here. We're checking out My Hero Academia. Real quick, too, guys. This might actually come out afterwards, but I do want to talk about the scheduling plan for the channel. Obviously, today's New Year's Eve. We're going into the new year. It's 2025, man. We're only going to try to do bigger and better things, man. And that means adding more animes for us to watch on YouTube and stuff. So I'm going to be trying to do Solo Leveling, the season 2 on YouTube, man. I'm a little nervous about it. I ain't gonna lie. Because when I try to do new animes, like I tried to do Dragon Ball Daima, and I tried to do that on YouTube, I could never get that to clear. Like I could never get it to actually post because YouTube would always flag me and tell me that it was unwatchable because of this or that or that. And like I chopped that thing up so much, it was like unrecognizable. Like I ended up with like an 8-minute video. That's how much I chopped it up. So I finally just gave up on Dragon Ball Daima and decided that I was just not going to try to do that on YouTube just because it became such a nightmare trying to edit that and even get it to post on YouTube. So my hope is Solo Leveling is not the same thing. I hope Solo Leveling edits just the same as My Hero and Bleach. Like these two edit pretty well for me as long as I don't have like any background music type stuff going on in the background. For the most part, it works just fine. Or if I don't have the video like visibility, if I have it too high, sometimes it gets flagged a lot for My Hero. But for the most part, these two edit pretty well, and I've got a good flow going with these two as far as editing goes. So super excited about that. But again, with that whole change coming, guys, we'll probably drop down to 1 episode of Bleach a week instead of doing 2, because right now we're doing Monday, Friday Bleach, Tuesday, Thursday My Hero Academia. I just think based off the engagement that I'm seeing and whatnot, I get a lot more engagement off My Hero Academia right now than I am with Bleach. So I think for at least the time being, we're going to drop on YouTube to 1 episode of Bleach a week. I haven't decided what day we're going to do. I don't know if we're going to do Fridays for it and whatnot like that, because like I said, I haven't quite figured out the dynamic of how I want to do this yet, because I think Solo Leveling episodes are going to release Saturdays. So I don't know if I want to drop Solo Leveling episodes on Saturday, Sunday, or Monday. That's what I got to figure out with the details and stuff like that, and kind of get that whole thing going, because the disadvantage to Solo Leveling is that it's obviously not posted until Saturday. Like the episode doesn't drop till Saturday. I want to get it out as soon as possible for everybody to watch and join me on it. But again, the problem is that I can't be ahead on those ones, where with My Hero, like, you know, currently as I'm recording this, I think on YouTube I'm 3 or 4 episodes ahead of what's on YouTube. So I can't do that with Solo Leveling. I have to, you know, watch it, record it on the spot, and then I got to be able to edit it and do it all within a day or two to get it posted. So that's why I'm saying, like, it's going to be trial run. I'm going to try to get them out as soon as possible. I'm going to aim to try to get it out Saturday, Sunday, but if that just doesn't work with my work schedule and family stuff, I might end up just doing Solo Leveling, taking over Mondays, and then Bleach would stay Friday, and then My Hero would probably stay Tuesday, Thursday. but we'll see how that goes with my schedule and stuff, because we might also consider dropping to one episode of each per week, where we do Solo Leveling, Monday, maybe My Hero Wednesdays, and Bleach on Fridays. That way I'm not overwhelming myself and whatnot like that. Just where right now we're a newer channel, you know what I'm saying? Like, we're trying to get the hang of everything, the flow of everything. And I want to make sure that I catch up and stay ahead on Patreon, so that the Patreon members get more, get these ahead of time, so that's right now the plan right now. So again, I know it doesn't sound like much of a plan, but I wanted to make sure everybody kind of was in the loop. I wasn't trying to do a whole long introduction on this whole stuff, but I just wanted to make sure everybody kind of knew where my head was and what I was thinking. You guys can let me know down below too, kind of what your thoughts are on what I should try to do. Like I said, I really want to try to continue to do 2 episodes of My Hero Academia a week, just because, like I said, the engagement with My Hero is a lot more than Bleach. I enjoy both of them, man. I really love both shows so far. Bleach is a lot slower than My Hero is, but Bleach is also like a gazillion episodes longer than My Hero Academia is. So it's a hit and miss. Like I said, just based off my engagement, that's why I decided I think My Hero would be the one that I would stick to doing 2 episodes a week on, because I just get more engagement on those videos and whatnot. So, yeah, anyways, so that's just kind of the plan going forward as far as what I'm thinking. I'll let you guys know a more definitive answer once Solo Leveling releases and I kind of get an episode or 2 under my belt and kind of see how does it edit? How does YouTube accept me posting it? How does that how does that work with my time and work and all that kind of stuff? So, there's a lot of factors going into it. You know what I'm saying? So we'll see how all that goes, guys. Either way, we're going to make sure we try to push this content out for you. So anyways, guys, we're going to get into this. This is My Hero Academia Season 2, Episode 25, guys. We finally are getting Bakugo versus Todoroki in the finals, man. I don't even know who's going to win. Prediction? I think Todoroki honestly has more overwhelming power than Bakugo does, especially if he uses his fire side. But I don't know, man. Something's just telling me Bakugo. Something is telling me Bakugo. So I'm like, do I go with my gut or do I go with my head? Like, I don't know which one I'm going to... I feel like I got to put a prediction in. I'm going to go Todoroki right now just because Todoroki is my favorite right now. He's kind of in that number 1 slot for me right now. So Todoroki, I think I'm going to go with him. That he wins the finals and he wins it all against Bakugo. Oh, yeah, I'm going with my head. My heart's telling me Bakugo's going to win. My head's telling me Todoroki's going to win, but I'm going to go with my head, and I'm going to say Todoroki takes it all, wins the finals, guys, and he does it, man. I'm ready for this episode. I'm super excited. Also, a couple other things we need to talk about from last episode. Ida's brother was attacked by some villain named Stain, and he's dead, maybe? I don't know if he's dead or not. They said he was in critical condition in the hospital. Obviously, we saw him in the alleyway. He was bloodied up. And then we saw Stain. Stain was talking to... what's that guy's name, who's part of the League of Villains, or he's running the League of Villains or whatever. He was talking to him, and he was talking about like the Purple Mist guy. So I don't know where that's going to go. I'm interested to see how that whole thing develops, because obviously Stain was basically saying after he killed Ida's brother that, like, hey, the only one who I want to fight is All Might. So let's see what happens here, man. We got the finals coming up. We're going to find out what develops of Stain and what develops with Ida's brother and all these other things, guys. So let's get into this thing. Also, again, I know it's already a long introduction. We're like almost 9 minutes into our introduction. YouTube stuff, guys. Hit that sub button, like down below, comment down below, guys. The engagement is everything we need to push these videos out and help this channel grow. So I appreciate y'all, man. Let's get into this. At the player waiting room. Who's this? Todoroki?
And Shoto, that child's left side sometimes looks unbearable to me. All I can see is his father.
So come at me with all you've got! It's yours! Your quirk, not his!
How did this happen? I pushed her out of my mind. I tried not to think about her. Then that fight with Midoriya. Mom.
Bakugo, huh?
Hey, what the hell are you doing in here? This is my space to... crap! This is waiting room number 2?
Irritated.
Alright, fine. So I may have walked into the wrong room. But don't think that means I'm not gonna be on top of my game. You got that? You better bring all you got to this, Icy Hot!
Icy hot.
Midoriya.
That actually did remind me too. Somebody had commented below and just said, "Hey, notice one of the things in the fight that I had missed, and it was a good call out too, was that Bakugo. A lot of the times he has nicknames for people. Like right there, he calls Todoroki Icy Hot. I don't remember what some of the other nicknames were, but he uses nicknames a lot of the times. But when he fought with Uraraku, he called her by her actual name. He didn't have a nickname. He calls her Pink Cheeks or Rose Cheeks or something like that. But he called her by her actual name, kind of acknowledging her in that fight. So it was just a really cool moment. It was a good call out from that comment. So
He said the same thing. That fool. Instead of trying to win the match himself, he focused on breaking my walls. You guys were childhood friends, right? Was he like that when you were kids? So helpful.
Kacchan, I couldn't just stand there and watch you die.
Are you alright? Are you hurt?
What does he have to do with any of this? None of that crap matters. Just make sure you don't hold back. Use your flames on me. I want everyone to know I beat you at your best.
this is making me a little concerned because Todoroki's very in his head about this whole Midoriya fight. Bakugo
Let's see
seems
him try
focused
and
on the
use his
fight
powers
ahead.
against me when I'm bombing every inch of the stadium.
Yes, it all comes down to this, folks. From the hero course, Shoto Todoroki
Let's go, dude.
versus his classmate Katsuki Bakugo.
I ain't gonna lie, bro. This looks fire.
Begin!
Ooh, Todoroki coming in strong with some ice.
Damn it!
Todoroki starts with a crazy ice blast.
I ain't gonna lie, he
Bakugo
countered
seems
that pretty
to be
well.
completely buried. Is it possible we've already got a winner down there?
This isn't like when he attacked Zero. The ice just now is more controlled. He's being cautious.
He's being cautious, huh?
What's that terrifying sound?
It's gotta be Bakugo's doing.
Floating his way out of there.
He uses explosions to tunnel through the ice like some kind of mole man. These two are insane.
These two are arguably the strongest or the top three strongest.
But you're a bad aim. Try harder.
Todoroki
Oh,
surfs
dude,
that
this
ice
is
wave
good.
from
This is such a
like
good
a
fucking
mouse.
fight, dude.
Looks like fun.
Use your left side. Do it, Shoto!
Oh my gosh, he's not gonna do it now because of his dad.
Stop screwing around. What, do you think I'm not worthy of your fire?
Trying to get him to use the left side. He's trying to egg him on to do
so
it.
far, but his attacks are too simple. It almost seems like he lost his spark after the match with Midoriya.
You bastard!
You know what? That's what I was saying too. I was saying that's what worried me because I was like, dude, Todoroki seems like he's too focused on the fight before with Midoriya. I think he said it better though. He said he lost his spark. He just doesn't have that will, that hunger that he had when he was fighting Midoriya. And Bakugo's got that right now. Like you can see it in him. You can feel it as he's fighting. He's got that hunger to win this fight.
He's done his research. His aptitude for this becomes more apparent with every fight.
Interesting.
You bastard!
One thing
I'll
too
tell you
that goes
what'll happen if you
underrated
make
is
a
I like
fool
how
out
it
of
makes
me.
ice on his cheek
I'll tell
and like
you.
the comparison of
I don't want there
the
to be
red on
any
his face
doubt
to
that
the
I'm
ice.
the best student at the festival. That's only possible if you come at me as hard as you can.
I'm sorry, Bakugo. Since I fought Midoriya, I'm unsure of so much. Whether or not I did the right thing. What my left side means to me.
Come on, Todoroki! Don't give up! Do your best!
Midoriya.
Oh
That
my
stupid
gosh.
nerd.
Todoroki's so unsure of himself, and now he doesn't know what he's doing, but he's about to use it, bro. He's going to use the fire.
Hell yeah. That's it.
Oh, no, the thoughts are going into his head again.
Howitzer! Impact!
Bakugo combined speed and rotation with a huge blast like he used against Uraraka! He turned himself into a human missile! Todoroki
dude,
didn't fire off the flame attack that wowed us in his match with Midoriya! So what has become of our two top competitors?
You decided not to use your fire?
Was he out of bounce?
No. Hey.
But he's not technically out of bounds yet, right? Because he's not touching the
Hey!
ground.
You stop messing around! This isn't a real win for me unless you try harder! It can't end this way! Now get up! Don't.
What is that?
Todoroki is out of bounds. That means Bakugo is the winner!
Bakugo won.
And with that, the final match is officially over! The first-year champion of the UA Sports Festival is... Katsuki Bakugo from Class 1A!
Dang, I ain't even gonna lie, man. I'm like, I don't even know how to feel. To fight somebody and then you want them to give everything you have so you know that you truly won, that you truly were the champion, and then they don't. And he was so close to using it too. He heard Midoriya telling him, like, give it all you got, and then he was about to use it, and then he held back because his freaking dad, man. Gosh, I don't understand. Like, I freaking hate his dad so bad. Yeah, man, I don't know how to feel. Like, I feel so bad for Bakugo because I could tell he was so frustrated because he wanted Todoroki to give it his all. He wanted to show everybody that, like, if I win this, I'm going to win it because I gave it. I beat someone who truly was that strong. And now he feels like, he even said it. He said, this isn't the win I wanted. This isn't the way I wanted to win. I wanted to win against you at full power like you did with Midoriya. Like, it's got to be frustrating because now he feels like, hey, I'm the champion, but, like, I'm sure he's in the back of his head, it's going to be like, do people feel like he's really the champion? Like, was that the championship round? Because, like, you know, in sports, it happens a lot where everyone's like, oh my gosh, you know, I think about a couple of years ago when the Bills and the Chiefs played in the AFC Championship and everyone's like, was like, oh, that was the real Super Bowl. The Super Bowl that happened, the Super Bowl that actually happened was the game wasn't that great. Like, it was okay, you know, and everybody was talking about, like, that Bills Chiefs game, but that was the Super Bowl we deserved. So I wonder if in Bakugo's head he's thinking like, I'm going to be the champion, but no one's going to view me as the champion because it's going to be like, well, you know, the real championship bout was between Todoroki and Midoriya, not you. Like, you and, like, Todoroki didn't even fight you at full strength. You beat him at 50%. Like, people are going to use those things against Bakugo, and I think even Bakugo himself, in his head, he's going to tell himself that because I think Bakugo is very much one of those people where he's so critical of himself, which is why he refuses to allow anyone to help him, which is why he fights so much against Midoriya, because Midoriya wants to help so much. And I think Bakugo in his head is going to now be constantly be telling himself exactly everything I was saying. And he's probably honestly going to be thinking like, that's what everyone else is thinking. Even if no one else is thinking it, even if everyone else is like, you know, Bakugo won that, he's really that strong. People are going to be thinking in their head, or not people, but Bakugo is going to think in his head that people are thinking that about him. And he's never going to truly feel that justification of a champion because of he feels he beat a half-powered Todoroki. So I feel bad for him, man. And I feel bad for Todoroki because I think Todoroki, like I said at the beginning, like, he's so conflicted because he wanted to win to prove his dad wrong. But then I think after fighting Midoriya, he saw that the way he beat Midoriya made his dad so proud, and then it was the opposite of what he intended to do. So it's like he was so confused on what exactly he really truly wanted to do. Like, how does he truly do this? And like, you could tell he was so conflicted with himself that he didn't truly want to be in that fight. And a lot of like at the beginning when I said my head says Todoroki's, because I truly believe Todoroki at full strength would beat Bakugo, and that's my own opinion. Everything I've seen up to this point just tells me Todoroki just has more sheer power than Bakugo does. And Todoroki, for the most part, usually fights without so much emotion. Like, he's very strategic in his thinking. But Bakugo is very strategic too, but I feel like Bakugo is very influenced by emotion. His anger really like allows him to fight the way he does, but that can backfire because you're fighting with so much anger and emotion. But everything I'd seen up to this point just told me that, Todoroki just had more sheer power, in my opinion, with the ice and the fire. So, but obviously, again, this was tough. Like, I feel bad. Like, I'm happy Bakugo won because I like Bakugo and I love Todoroki. And I respect the way that Bakugo went about it. I'm glad he didn't just be like, well, I won. Whatever. It doesn't matter. I won. Like, I'm glad he didn't have that mentality. And he actually had the mentality of, I want to draw everything out of you because I want you to give me everything you've got. And he was disappointed by that. Like, that shows a lot of growth, I think, in Bakugo as a character.
Whoa! What the heck?
Is that
He's been
Bakugo?
going nuts ever since he woke up. Man, Bakugo,
They had to chain him.
Pull yourself together.
He's acting like a feral animal.
Now let's break out the hardware. Of course, there's only one person worthy of distributing the awards.
All Might.
All Might's up there!
Always the #1 hero!
Young Tokuyami, congratulations. You showed great strength out there.
Your words humble me, sir.
However, you've more training to do if you're going to be able to fight against different kinds of villains. You're not going to be able to rely on your quirk in every battle you face.
Yes, sir.
Actually, I think that's cool that he's giving
Young
them like
Todoroki,
positive and
congratulations.
constructive feedback while congratulating
I'm
him.
assuming there's a reason you didn't use your left side, though it cost you the final.
Midoriya opened my eyes during our match. But then I started to doubt myself. I want to be the kind of hero you are. But my path isn't as clear as I thought it was. I have a lot to think about. And I still need to settle things with someone very soon.
I've never seen this sort of look on your face before. I won't ask for details, but trust yourself. I'm sure you'll work things out.
Oh, dude, I'm sure that means everything to him to hear All
And
Might
now,
tell him
young
that.
Bakugo. This is a little much.
All Might. Winning first place this way doesn't prove that I'm the best one here! Even if the world considers me the winner, I refuse to accept it like this!
Look at that face!
Like I said, it's
In a world where
respectable,
we're
though.
constantly being compared to one another, there are very few who can keep their eyes focused on the top spot. You're one of them. Please accept this medal, even if you have to think of it as a scar, something you'll never forget.
I don't want that piece of garbage!
I love that, dude.
now.
Take this medal and
trash off
accept
me,
it,
you
even
idiot!
if you have to think of it as a scar.
Here they are, the winners of this year's sports festival. But listen closely. Any of you first years could have ended up standing on these podiums. Think about what you've done today. You've challenged each other, learned, and climbed even closer toward your goals of being pros. I think the next generation of heroes is proving to be our most promising one yet. So I have one more thing to say. I want to hear everyone yell it with me. You know what it is. Thanks everyone for your hard work.
What?
That was the perfect time to say Plus Ultra All Might!
Well, yeah, I guess, but everyone did such a good job.
Oh, he made it to the hospital.
Mom?
I'm so nervous for him, dude, because
Oh, Tenya.
his
How
brother
is
did not
Tensei
look like he
doing?
was alive.
Brother!
Tenya, keep your voice down and put on a mask.
The anesthesia's worn off, but he's still in and out. If the surgery had happened any later, I don't know if he would have made it.
He's alive?
Little brother, is that you?
Tensei, you're gonna be fine.
Tenya, little brother, I'm so sorry. I failed you.
Tensei!
Damn, bro, that's so tough for him, man, because he looked up to his older brother so much. He still does.
Shoto, where are you going?
The hospital.
What? Hold on, why? You can't just visit. Not without telling Dad, right?
Whatever.
Oh, is that his sister?
But why go now? Why see her after all this time?
I'll be back. I thought the sight of me would cause my mother nothing but pain, so I never visited. But we will always be bound to each other, by blood, by our history with my father. That's why, if I'm ever going to use this body and these powers to become a hero, if I'm going to give it everything I have,
It's okay to use your power, to become who you want to
Damn,
be.
man.
if I'm going to become the hero I want to be, I need to see her. There's so much we need to talk about. Hello, Mom.
Like nervous. I don't know how she's gonna react.
No matter what. That's my first step to getting back on track.
Dude, I love the writing right there. Oh, and the way they animated that when he said that's my first step to getting back to what I have to do, and then he takes that physical step. I love that, dude. Oh, this is so beautiful, man. This was a very heartwarming episode, which is not what I expected, to be honest. I expected to come in here and watch this and be like, I thought it was going to be full on action because of the Midoriya and Todoroki fight. When that one was coming on, I thought that was going to be heartfelt. I thought we were going to get like a glimpse into Todoroki's background and we'd get like a whole episode basically about his whole backstory. But instead it was like straight up action. It was like we got flashbacks in between all that. But it was just like a lot of action and emotion combined with that action, which made it just absolutely intense of an episode to watch, where this one was more like, I mean, it felt like the finals was like 2 minutes, 3 minutes long. It was like a couple swings and boom, boom, boom. And then all of a sudden it was like, it was over. And so that's what I think Bakugo is so frustrated about. We talked about it a little earlier that I think in his own head, people are going to say that, you know, like from an outside perspective looking in, I can see that, you know, because I'm sitting here like I was just saying it, like, oh, that episode with Todoroki versus Midoriya had everything. It had the intensity, the battle itself was amazing. Just everything about it was so great, and we got these flashbacks in between that led to, you know, emotion spilling out and making that fight even more intense and emotional. Versus this one was just a quick fight, and you could see the frustration on Bakugo's side, and you can see the confusion and the uncertainty on Todoroki's side, but also like it was just like it was not near the intensity, and in my opinion it was not as great of a fight as the Todoroki versus Midoriya fight, which is what Bakugo's frustrated about, because he knew people are going to think that stuff. And even if people don't think that stuff, he said it when he received the award, this isn't the kind of champion I wanted to be. Right? Like, I didn't want to win this way. I wanted to win against the best. I wanted to prove something. I had something to prove, and I didn't even get the opportunity to do it because my opponent refused to fight me at full power. So it's frustrating for him. But I do like what All Might said about that, which is why I love All Might, man. The guy can just make some of the shittiest situations so great. The way that he just was like, hey, Bakugo, even if you accept this medal as a scar, something you'll never forget, right? Because a scar is forever, right? You get a scar, and most of the time you have a scar, it's not viewed as something that positive happened to you, right? Like I have a scar on my knee from a torn ACL, right? When I tore my ACL, that was not a positive experience for me. It wasn't like that was a great thing that I wanted to remember, but the scar is always there to remind me of the trials and tribulation that I had to go through to get where I'm at now, where I am able to play on it again, and I'm able to do this stuff because of the hard work I put into it. And the scar can be a reminder of that. So I love that All Might told Bakugo to view that as a scar. So just beautiful, man. Beautiful writing, man. I love this. I'm excited to see what happens next, man. Obviously, we've got Stain to deal with. He's out there somewhere. He's now, hopefully he's not being recruited to the League of Villains, but they had a chat with him, so who knows where that's going to go with all that. There's a lot being stirred up here, guys. I believe there's a movie that's supposed to be coming out here that I'm supposed to be starting. I was told it was to start it right after the festival. I'm going to look it up probably after this episode, so that way I know if I need to go straight into the movie after this, or if I should watch a few more episodes and whatnot. So we'll see you guys next time, either with the next episode or with a movie. Who knows? I'll catch you guys when that happens, and we will see you then. Again, there's going to be a lot of small changes to the channel just based off what we're going to be watching and how the episodes release, but I will let you guys know for sure, and I'll probably post the schedule on the channel. So appreciate y'all, man. Have a fantastic day, and have a happy New Year's. Well, when this releases, it's already a whole new year. It's going to be like January, like 7th or 8th or whatever. So hope you had a fantastic New Year's. We'll catch you in the next one.